the thinker who transformed Islam into a revolutionary movement during an era of intellectual decline, was born in 1903 in Hyderabad, Deccan, at a time when the Indian subcontinent was under British colonial rule and the Ottoman Caliphate was declining, leaving Muslims with a weak political existence, scattered intellectual leadership, and unclear direction. Amidst this, Maududi emerged as an intellectual figure who presented Islam not merely as a religious belief but as a complete civilizational and political system, synthesizing the modern trends of the Aligarh movement, the traditionalism of the Deoband school, and the philosophical poetry of Iqbal into a practical ideological framework, laying a new intellectual foundation for Islamic revival which manifested in 1932 with the launch of his journal, Tarjuman-o-Quran from Lahore, marking a new dawn of Islamic awakening on the subcontinent's intellectual horizon. His extraordinary achievement of connecting the understanding of the Quran with contemporary intellectual challenges is embodied in his Tafhimul Quran, 1942-1972, which was not just a commentary but an intellectual struggle to relate the Quran to modern civilizational, political, and economic issues, presenting its themes in logic and language compatible with the modern educated mind. To him, the Quran's purpose was not merely worship or salvation but a comprehensive message of social justice, political order, and societal reform, introducing the Quran as an intellectual weapon against colonialism, class division, and moral decline, proving that Islam assigns a moral purpose to every human action. His insight exposed the intellectual decline hidden behind the glitter of Western civilization. For after World War II, when Western powers dominated the global order and capitalism, liberal democracy, and socialist theories were presented as humanity's saviors, Maududi challenged their foundations in his work Islamic Civilization and its Principles 1938, clarifying that the West had sacrificed spirituality in the name of progress. He viewed Western civilization as modern ignorance that severs man from the Creator and subjugates him to power and pleasure, deeply analyzing the theories of Western thinkers like Karl Marx, Nietzsche, and John Locke to show that no civilization can endure without human morality and spiritual balance. The concept of an Islamic state held a central position in his thought, as he believed Islam demands not just individual reform but collective justice and moral governance. In 1941, he founded Jamaat-e-Islami in Lahore, which became an organized political and intellectual platform for establishing an Islamic welfare state, explaining that a state's success lies not in military power or strict laws but in establishing moral force, justice, equality, and public welfare. And after Pakistan's creation, he declared that if the state was not founded on Quranic and Sunnah principles, it would be Islamic geography but not Islamic ideology, providing a practical interpretation of the justice and balance of Islamic economy against capitalism and socialism. Maududi termed Western capitalism a system of greed and exploitation and socialism the killer of individual freedom.